Hello and welcome to Aiden and Cooper's Movie Castle. Dash, come on in! Exclamation point. Hello, Cooper. How do you do?
I do.
This is the first time in a little bit because of incompetence. Would you say?
Incompetence, yes, absolutely.
Hooray! And what is this? What is this session we have? What's special about this session, Cooper?
This is the last edition before I graduate. That's what's special
Good
about it.
God. And you're super excited about this. Not scared?
Yes.
No fear.
There's a lot of fear.
Okay.
A lot of fear.
So this is a special goodbye to Cooper from Weber, and we will continue to do this, but off of Weber's land, I guess.
Potentially. We got to
Potentially.
figure it out.
Maybe we can come back to this here studio and continue to take up their space.
That's a great question, though. This is a great little studio we have here that we record in, but would it be like embarrassing for me to come back once a week to like talk to you, for an hour and then leave?
It's already embarrassing that you do that.
It's true.
I don't know. I think you'd be good. I think we'd be good.
You all right? I mean, we see our alumni friends all the time.
You saw my finger go over to the chicken jockey button.
I did. We'll get to that in a little bit.
Okay, we have a button. We have buttons here. You may have heard some of them before, and one of them has been programmed to say chicken jockey while busted out at the right moment. So we have a good chunk of stuff to talk about today. Two major films from Warner Brothers.
Yep, the brothers back to back.
The brothers. One of them made a Minecraft movie, and the other brother made Sinners.
It's true.
It's like Smoke and Stack.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say?
Exactly like Smoke and Stack or Steve and Garbage Man.
Yeah, the two fucking great duos. One of them has a homosexual tendency, and one of them, they're brothers. They're beautiful brothers.
They're beautiful brothers. Before we get to that, though, I want to thank everyone who came to Hype Fest.
I would like to thank them too. Good for them. And they all, we were stopped. Like how it was got annoying how many times we were stopped.
It really, yeah. I mean, we said to like take a picture with us, but we didn't mean it like that.
We signed 3 women's breasts.
We did.
And 2 men's penises.
Yeah.
And
a baby.
One of them was really, really small. It was kind of hard to fit both of our names.
Mm-hmm.
We took one side of each shaft.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Your name is a little longer than mine. It took a little bit more space. We had to really be.
My name is longer than yours by 1 letter.
Chicken jockey. That was a little too loud, wasn't it?
I can cut it. I can edit it down.
Okay. So yeah, we thank everyone that came there, everyone that wanted a signature, and I would like to thank people that didn't want a signature.
Exactly. They left us alone, and that was really nice. I was just trying to have a wonderful night out with my girlfriend, and people kept bothering us,
But did that make her uncomfortable?
A little bit. She's like, why are all these men and women dying at your feet,
You know what? I've heard so much about like the toxic fans, like how and Chapel Roan has dealt with this a lot in the last year and been very public about it,
Mm-hmm. And Joe Biden.
And Joe Biden. Joe Biden did an Instagram live and in a little video where he was kind of crying, talking about how people keep harassing their family and stopping her on the streets and stuff like that, and how it's not normal. I would like to support Joe Biden in that video, and finally I understand.
Yeah.
Would you like to give a message to our loyal subjects of the Movie Castle?
No.
No.
I already said thank you for coming to Hype Fest,
All right, but should they continue in their ways of addressing us and stuff like that?
Next time, throw tomatoes at us,
Oh, you wanna?
I want Aiden to be tarred and feathered.
Okay. Are you just gonna be like having a beer with them, laughing, or are you gonna be like participating, or do you want to be like humiliated in any way?
I'm just gonna act like I don't know you. I'll be like, no, what's going on over there?
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So for any listeners, tar and feather me, and then pretend like Cooper is just like a friendly bystander. Yes?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
What would you like to talk about first, babe?
We can talk about Sinners first.
Okay. So this is the how many films has Coogler made? He's made Fruitville Station.
He's made 5.
5. You did it. So he's made the Fruitville Station and then the Creed film and then 2 Black Panther films.
Yes, and this new movie.
And this. I don't know if I'd call Black Panther 2 a film though.
You wouldn't call it a film?
Uh-oh.
Is it a big in memoriam service?
Half that, half trailers, half fucking nonsense. I really don't. That movie sucked ass.
It was very boring.
Yeah, I can't really blame Coogler for that entirely.
Yeah, they got dealt a really shitty hand.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what I would do in that situation.
Me neither. And I certainly wouldn't know what to do if there was Disney like massaging my shoulders on the other side saying put Ironheart in here, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
It's difficult for sure. But every single other one of his films I've liked. Would you say so? I haven't seen Fruitvale.
I haven't seen Fruitvale either. I'm not the biggest Black Panther fan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I really like Creed though.
Okay, good.
I just barely saw that for the first time recently.
Oh really?
Yeah.
How did it strike you?
Like a boxing glove to my fucking testicles.
Oh mama. Yeah, it's such an impressive movie.
It really is. It's probably my favorite of his.
And it's probably the best of the legacy sequels, would you say?
Yeah, definitely. It's like really grown some legs, you know, and has 2 movies that are also solid from what I hear.
Yeah, specifically the third one. I like the third one.
Yeah.
And this is starring Michael B. Jordan and Michael B. Jordan, which he's worked with both of them before in his films. He's had one or both of them in every single one of his films. And this time he employs both Michael B. Jordan and Michael B. Jordan to play twin brothers in Sanders.
Yeah.
It's also got a crazy fucking cast. It's got Haley Steinfeld and it's got Delroy Lindo. It's a killer ensemble and a couple of like unknowns, which is cool.
There's there's a new actor in this. I forget his name.
I forget his name as well, but he's a singer as well as an actor.
He's kind of the POV character for the movie.
He's kind of what the movie is about.
His name is Miles Catton.
Good for him.
He plays Sammy.
So this film is a folk tale, I would say, about a blues musician and what has caused him his fame or talent, kind of. That's kind of what it ends up being, which is fucking fascinating. I think spoilers probably. Do you want to say spoilers or do you want to just talk about it vaguely?
Yeah, we can get into spoilers. You should see this movie. That's what I'll say. If you haven't seen it, you should see it.
I agree with you. Yeah, let's go get into a little bit of spoilers. This movie, it uses going into it, I knew that this was a vampire movie, and I also knew that this is one of the biggest blank checks in a while on account of Coogler has signed a deal that gives him back the rights in 25 years. Which is unprecedented, and some people are saying that's got studios shaking in their booties. But I don't know how much that is true, but it is really interesting that he wants the rights back in 25 years.
Why 25? Do you know?
I'm sure that was just what they came across like in negotiation. Maybe there's some sort of standard time where that would work or whatever, but I don't know.
Who even knows like what's gonna happen in 25 years?
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. And so I think Warner Brothers is like, there's a chance that this shit doesn't work. And how a lot of blank check movies work is just like, okay, if we Warner Brothers give this freakazoid $90 million or whatever to make his weird vampire movie, then we might get him for all these other things. And I think that Nolan has made an example of Warner Brothers in the past with Tenet's butchering or whatever in his eyes, and the whole 2021 day and date on Max and in theaters thing, where he broke up with him officially, even though they cut him a huge check for Tenet after the fact to kind of win him over. It did not work, and now they don't have the Odyssey and they don't have Oppenheimer.
It's true.
So they're probably fucking hitting themselves.
Yeah. Do you think they want Coogler for IP? Like another IP related project?
I think they do.
You think they're gonna like make him do a DC movie in 5-6 years?
Yeah. If DC is still around and kicking, then yeah, I do think so.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think, I think they want him for what they view as more marketable shit, you know?
Yeah.
But this is something that always happens, and sometimes the one that they don't want to make becomes like more profitable than the one they do want to make. And this is one where his blank check movie is being as profitable as a normal ass movie, which is really impressive and something I want to talk to you about, because this film is has been widely acclaimed from both sides, of critics and from audiences, which is so shocking to me, considering what is in this film.
Yeah. I'm gonna compare this. I was thinking about this morning. I think this is this year's Dune Part 2.
Oh,
I mean, it's not gonna make the same money as Dune. It's not as big as Dune, but I think that this is like a movie critics like, a movie general audiences like, and it's probably not gonna get recognized in like 6 months for stuff.
you think so? Because I follow a lot of folks that are looking at Oscars already. You
Yeah,
know?
but we said the same shit about Dune last year, and look what happened.
I guess so, but Dune was always kind of like a, of course, kind of thing, and it wasn't like this exciting. And Dune Part 2 did end up getting nominated.
It did.
And so you think it's going to be similar, where
Yeah,
Sinners does
yeah,
get
or
nominated.
maybe it doesn't get nominated, or it's like in the 11 to 15 range of getting nominated, you know? And I think that general audiences will just be like, "Oh, why didn't Sinners get anything? Where's Sinners at?" You know?
Right.
Because everyone likes it
Yeah,
and critics like it, you know?
but it's such a strange and it has more cultural context as well and a narrative behind it that I feel like Dune Part 2 doesn't really have. And Dune Part 2 has the problem of being the second in the trilogy that I
You're right.
really think that a lot of people that was a big reason why it didn't get nominated, like recognized a whole lot. So part of me wants to say that it will be recognized a lot heavier than Dune Part 2 will be. And a lot of people have have compared it to Challengers. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I could see that. Maybe.
But Challengers didn't make this kind of money.
You're right. That's what had me hesitating there was I was like, I didn't make anything at the box office. You and I were the only people that went and saw it.
And we saw it. Yep. So then what else could this movie be? If it could be Black Panther, it could get Black Panther looked at a lot of technical nominations and some technical wins, and this is a bunch of the same people that are working on this movie too. He got the band together again.
Yeah, so it would probably be
Score,
design, maybe makeup and costumes.
original song.
Yeah, original song.
Which one of those could it win? You think?
Set design. Well, I don't know what is that category called? Production design.
I always forget. Art design, something. Yeah, something like that.
It could win that. It'll probably get nominated. But we have another Wicked movie coming out.
That's true. And Wicked has original song.
It does.
So then, at least Sinners has got to get at least nominated for original song, right? Because it's so central to the movie.
Yeah, and that's such a I don't know, such a weird category, you know? Like no one cares about it. And so it's always like kind of obscure movies, and this is a bigger movie, so it'll probably be nominated there.
Yeah, this is a big movie, and maybe this will be an exciting year.
It stands out in a way that the Hot Cheeto movie from a few years ago?
Yeah. Flamin' Hot by Diane Warren. It'd be interesting if there's no Diane Warren movie this year. That'd be interesting. I don't know. So, I guess let's talk about the movie as it stands, because this is a big cultural moment or whatever of a person being able to make this kind of blank check movie, and it has become this not phenomenon but a hit.
Yeah.
Which is really rare, and
Yeah.
it has been really rare this year, where there's been a lot of original movies and almost entirely they've bombed.
Yep.
And what does this movie have that Mickey 17 doesn't? What does this movie have that Black Bag doesn't? What does this movie have that blah, 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 blah. And why has it been renowned, like so resoundingly accepted when it has one of the strangest and boldest scenes in a Hollywood movie, maybe ever?
I mean, you don't go into it knowing about that scene, though.
Yeah. But then, like, how do people come out of it and they're not mixed?
Well, the rest of the movie fucking rocks.
It's
you
true.
know? That's one scene, but you know, if that weirds you out, you get 90 more minutes of dudes fucking up vampires.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
You know?
This is, I think, what's really cool about this movie is that it's a mid-section between movie, bravura, fucking metaphorical, transcendent fucking Oscar-y shit, and fucking vampire movie that rocks and that has a lot of joy in what it's doing, and the way that the blood looks. Like, you can tell that Mr. Coogler worked hard hours in the mines figuring out how those blood squirts work, you
Yeah.
know? Because they look fucking incredible.
They do.
And a lot of movies, I think that's a big important part of a lot of movies is how the blood works. And I really haven't thought of a movie that has cared this much about how the blood looks and in a unique way since like Django Unchained, where Django Unchained has these weird orange splurts or whatever. And pretty much ever since then, it's been like needs to be realistic or whatever. This seems to be prioritizing a different, like a feel of blood, where they
Yeah.
have these like little individual streams and shit like that.
I mean, it's kind of 70s, you know,
Yeah, you're right.
like a Ganja and Hess type of thing, which is a vampire movie, which is a black-led vampire movie.
Hey, and this movie has a lot of influences.
It
That's
does.
definitely one of them.
Yeah.
From Dusk Till Dawn is very much.
You could
one
say
of them.
Django's one of them.
It could be. It could be that Django is one of them.
The part at the end where he runs through the KKK is like
It feels-
extremely Django.
I didn't think about that. You're right though. That kind of the feeling of watching someone like it's just some sort of crazy cathartic feeling that would be found in Django. You're right. There's that scene out of The Thing, which I thought was interesting.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, I don't think that scene was as successful as The Thing.
It's not going to be.
Yeah,
the thing
of
is
course
the thing is a masterclass at what it does.
Yeah.
You know.
And that scene has so much going on in The Thing where and this one kind of doesn't really, kind of makes a joke of it at the end, which is fine.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it feels like everyone that's like a real fucking horror or whatever the fuck has seen The Thing.
Yeah.
So you can't do it like you did like in The Thing.
Exactly.
So yeah, let's talk about the movie as a whole, I guess. What did you think of the movie Sinners?
I like it. I don't know if I like it as much as everyone else does. You
Mhm.
know, it's like between like a 7 and 8 out of 10 for me. I
Okay.
think. I don't know. I probably should see it again. I was having a hard time with some of the dialogue, as I've mentioned to you.
Yeah.
But I think my biggest gripe is the vampires. Like, I just needed more of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really get vampires. Like, I don't get what's like, why wouldn't you want to be a vampire? You know? You know what I'm saying? You get to, I mean, you don't get to go outside anymore. That kind of sucks. But, like, you just get to, like, I don't really see the downsides.
It did look kind of fun, didn't it?
It did. And you get to, like, kind of just live,
Irish
be
jig.
hot and young forever, you know? And
Mhm.
you get to hang out and, like, have superpowers.
Yeah.
I don't see the downside. And that goes for a lot of vampire stuff with the exception of, like, Nosferatu. I don't want to look like him, but, you know,
Well, have you seen the Jim Jarmusch film Only Lovers Left Alive?
I've not.
There's a couple of those kinds of films where it's about the melancholy of fucking living a million billion years and always looking like Tilda Swinton or whatever.
Yeah.
And kind of looks sad. Kind of looks like I probably want to kill myself. But if we're just Irish jigging it up,
Think
and
about what we do in the
converting
shadows.
People, oh yeah. Well, they have some troubles too.
They do, but they seem like they're having a good time, you know?
Yeah, I think so too. But there is like overall sadness in that movie as well, a little bit. I don't know. I think that vampires don't look like they're having a great time, but this movie is really interesting with that because I feel like something that I got bogged down by with this movie is I got bogged down by metaphor, I think.
Yeah.
I think I was watching it at the beginning, I was like tracking all the metaphors and shit like that, and as it
Mhm.
got a lot more complex, I started being like, "Oh, I don't really know what's up." And then when I was done with it, I was talking to my good friends, and I was like, so is that about like the commodification of the blues by white men and shit like that? Taking black music and fucking like, you know, signing them to a record deal or whatever, taking their songs and shit like that. And then my good friend Benjamin, who's like 5-star masterpiece or whatever, he's like, this is fucking cool. Like the vampire, that was sick as fuck. And they played cool music. That was
Mhm.
awesome. And maybe this movie works better as a pure genre movie than it does like an auteur statement, you know? And I
Yeah.
think it's also kind of what he wanted to make. He wants it to have this underbelly of meaning, but also I think he's more excited by the fact this is treated like a popcorn movie and that people are enjoying it like a popcorn movie, you
Yeah.
know? And so I need to see it again because I've also had a really hard time connecting with movies like on kind of an emotional level, and so I wasn't in it when the vampire shit was happening. So I can't really disagree with you when you're saying that we needed more vampire shit because that shit didn't hit me.
They just weren't really characters at all. And maybe that's an intentional choice, but it took me out of it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know if that is a choice. I could see that being a choice to do that, you know, because he just kind of comes out of nowhere. Like, I don't know.
Knock knock.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know their names.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
but he does the Irish jig.
He does do the Irish jig.
the
There's
moonlight.
some interesting little musical sequences in this movie.
I kind of want to talk about the musical sequence,
Mhm.
please. This was a scene that actually had my jaw down. My jaw was down.
His pants too.
My pants were down. My jaws were down, and I just couldn't fucking believe it.
Yeah.
It's so fucking ballsy,
Mhm.
and it could be so silly. And it wasn't silly to me. It felt like transcendent goose pimples, like fuck music, man, fuck
Yeah.
connection, you know. And I felt like this great statement about black music and stuff like that, and its roots and all that. But then it also had the Chinese woman and her ancestors as well, which I thought was so like just like a little choice that made it so interesting. Like all kinds of cultural music connects you to your roots, you know. So I wonder if there were white boys in there, would they also see the Irish dancing of old, you know?
Or you know
Or is
your Beethovens and
Your
Mozarts.
Beethoven.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
think that's white person music?
Beethoven?
Yeah.
It could be. I don't know. Right now I'm dating a woman that is like very fluent and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So I can't say definitively that's white person music, but I don't know. I think it's commonly characterized as white person music, white people music, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, maybe they'd be fucking out some Beethoven in there, which would be funny. Fucking powdered wigs
I
and
mean,
whatnot.
Haley Steinfeld's character is like only an eighth black. She's
Right.
She's mostly a white woman. So
Yeah. So it's
is she in that scene?
I
No,
don't-
she is. She's dancing with one of the brothers.
yeah, but we don't get to see. I think the movie does kind of focus more on that side of her heritage.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. Yeah, we did not see any white people catching a vibe.
That's
in
all
that
right.
scene.
If you could add any musician to the mix, who would it be though?
Holy fuck. That'd be so funny if fucking Ben Folds is in the corner just being a little dork. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
But let's see. Yeah, some people were like, where was AI Prince? Where was AI Kendrick Lamar? That would be pretty funny. I mean, we did have like 80s man.
You
And
did have 80s man. Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it was incredible. I don't know, man.
I needed like a little Xan in there, you know?
Yeah.
Something really awful from when I was in middle school that was really popular. You know, just like some SoundCloud shit. That'd be really funny.
What if the entire crew of Blink 182 was here? I'm looking at your shirt right now.
Yeah. I
What if
mean,
they were there and they're naked like in the video?
that'd be
And they're
cool.
running around.
It would really catch me off guard, but yeah,
I think it might take away from the importance of the scene.
it really might.
But it would be awesome.
I would give it 5 stars though. You know,
Yeah.
I'd be like, they really went for that.
They really did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the majority of the movie is so focused on like black music and its roots and its connection and blues and all that kind of stuff and what it means to create blues in that time period and how it has had its legacy and stuff like that. And I think the Chinese performers like in that scene were just like a little nod to be like, it's not just this; it's a wider thing, you know. I don't know. It's just how it is shot, the music, how it. This is one of the few movies that like edits the music a
Yeah.
considerable amount.
And you love doing that.
I do love doing that. I think it's so much fun, and it's probably something that I need to kick, you know, because I don't think it's unless you're fucking Edgar Wright or unless you're Ryan Coogler. I think it could be cheesy and bad, but this is not making me feel like that. So maybe this is gonna give me more. I don't know, weight to do that shit. Coogler did it.
Yeah.
I can do it. Fuck you. I don't know. It was the whole movie. I was thinking, where's the Gatling gun?
Yeah.
Were you thinking this?
What do you mean by that? Like,
Because in the trailer, there's this wonderful shot
oh, the
of-
Tommy gun
of the
thing at the
Tommy
end.
gun. Yes.
Yeah, I was curious about that too.
Where's the Tommy gun at?
That's like a coda at the end of the movie.
It is.
We should probably talk about the end of the movie though.
Which
Specifically
part?
the fast forward in time.
Oh, one of the coolest shits of all time.
Yeah, one of the great movie endings.
One of my friends left before then to piss,
Yeah.
and then they were like, "Where the fuck are you guys?"
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like 5-6 minutes later when we came out. Has there ever been a movie that's done this? Like that considerable of a scene after the credits that's not like a...
Because the credits are like kind of going during the scene.
Yeah.
There probably is. Can't think of it off the top of my head, but it really kind of reminded me of the end of like Killers of the Flower Moon a little bit.
I agree.
That's what I was thinking the whole time.
I thought so too.
And it had me feeling the same way, like by the end of it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What way is that, sir?
Just like that's the best part of the movie to me.
Just because of how bold it is?
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's just a complete, like, similar to Flower Moon, it's a complete recontextualizing of the entire movie.
Exactly.
And a mission statement.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, this is this one blues man's whole story, his folk tale or whatever, around like the origin of just this man, this interesting man you'd see at a club or whatever, and having them come in with their 90s outfits or whatever, like Michael B. Jordan in his like do the right thing kind of thing,
Yeah.
with his bucket,
Yeah.
with his
Like a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you had the love-hate kind of thing. What did it say? Do you remember what it
I
said?
can't remember
on
what
his
it
knuckles?
said. No.
But it had that thing like in do the right thing, and then fucking Haley Steinfeld blowing bubbles and shit like that.
Yeah, and they're like, we miss your acoustic stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
And knowledgeable about music and everything. And I don't know, like, who else is doing this? And who else is landing it? Because as much as I love big, beautiful swings from big movies that don't work, and almost all of them don't work, anything of this size with this amount of crazy shit happening usually doesn't work for either critics or audiences or both. And I can't really think of a movie that makes these, like, has that kind of ending,
Yeah.
or has that kind of a middle, or
Mhm.
has any of this shit, and still is beloved, like overwhelmingly.
Yeah.
It's just something that hasn't happened like since the 90s. It feels like, where people were making these big swings, and now we just kind of consider it as the status quo. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Really, really interesting movie. I really want to see it again.
What do you want to see from him next?
Oh, whatever the hell he wants, really. I really hope he doesn't have to retreat into IP again. I don't want to make another Black Panther.
I think he's going to. They're working on that third one.
I really wish he wouldn't, unless he makes it fucking really interesting, which he could.
Isn't
because-
Denzel in it?
Yeah, Denzel is in. Oh, I forgot about that. You're right. They are casting. Yeah, Denzel is in it. Do you think they're going to do the thing that people think with Killmonger? You heard about this?
No, I haven't. I've heard that they were thinking about recasting Chadwick Boseman.
I've heard that they might be recasting, like maybe doing an alternate universe thing where Killmonger is the Black Panther or whatever.
I mean, they can do that with multiverse stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm. Would you be interested in that?
No, because I don't really have a relationship to any of those movies.
But Killmonger's cool, interesting.
Yeah, he's all right.
No. He's an interesting portrayal of black radicalism and let him have a actual like say in the conversation in that movie
Mm-hmm.
in a way that most villains never do, which is like, maybe this dude was right and I was wrong and I have to fucking learn from that. And I don't know, he's a perfect balance to the Afrofuturism in that movie.
Yeah.
I just think it's so smart, and it's a similar thing of like, it's incredible that movie goes over as well as it does with most everybody when it's got such a radical character in it.
Yeah.
And with real world shit, and they never do that. Them's Marvels, and so I would love it if he dove into that character again, and kind of looked at what it would be like for him to have a redemption or a better outlook on the world or whatever, and like a forgiveness of the world. And I just didn't feel any of that kind of ambiguity in the second one. What else do we want to talk about Sinners, or do you want to continue? I did feel kind of let down by the ending of Sinners with the vampires, where it just became sunrise.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if you could explain this to me. Why do you think they were so stupid and they stayed up they let themselves get ate by the sun.
Yeah.
Is this their version of a one crazy night thing? Or are they like, fuck it up, we're gonna fuck it up, we're gonna jig, we're gonna get as many people as we can, and then when the night comes, we scurry around or fucking die, you know? Or is this them were they legitimately wanting to be like vampires forever, and only Michael B. Jordan and Haley Steinfeld were like, let's dip before the sunrise, you know?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, it kind of did the thing where like the night ends really quickly,
Mm-hmm.
where they're like, we have to survive the next.
Like Minecraft.
Exactly like Minecraft. Should have saved that.
Yeah. No, this is great. We're in the middle section here. So
'Kay.
continue talking.
Well, so they're like, I don't know, they're at this party, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, we have to survive till the morning. But it's like a line they say, we gotta wait
Mhm.
till the sun gets out. And the sun gets here pretty quickly. Like, I don't feel like they've been in this house for hours.
Yeah.
And they do, I don't know. This is just something that happens in movies where, like, the pacing of time is off.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, it's already the morning.
Yeah.
Why is it already the morning? It should be like 2 a.m. right now.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping for another wave
Yeah.
or something more.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. And well, at that point in time, where do you go if you're a vampire? You're out in the middle of nowhere.
It's hard to be a vampire in what is it, the 20s South?
It's like 1930s or something.
Yeah.
1920s, yeah.
And I don't know. If I was a vampire, I'm staying in the city for sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nightlife, and there's a lot of shade and shadows
Mhm.
and things, and a lot of stuff happening indoors.
Exactly.
I feel like it's very dangerous to be in the South there.
Yeah,
But kind of badass. Little badass.
it is.
So I'm very fascinated by the use of Irish music in here. And so was my lady friend.
Mhm.
Because she was like, I think there were so many things you could have used there that would have made more of a statement than Irish folk music or whatever, to be more of a representation of like white music, or if that was what they're trying to do. But I've heard some people talk about how on the Big Picture, I listened to the first little bit of the Big Picture conversation, and they talk about how Irish music is kind of a flip side of the coin of like this black music, like blues and stuff like that, because
Yeah.
they're both like come from poor places, and have used that as a way to like kind of like pick themselves up
Mhm.
and create community or whatever. Apparently, Ryan Coogler said the same, and that his first name is Irish,
Yeah.
and so he has a relationship with that. So if that is what he's saying, and that they are both like the two sides of the same coin, the light and the dark or whatever, I guess I don't know what that means. And I don't know a lot about Irish history, and I don't know a lot about music history, but it is strange. But they do say in that episode, which now it's cool. I just get to repeat things that they say in a better podcast. But they
Mhm.
say like that it works because if you are a big fan of music history and you're looking into that kind of shit, it's sick. But if you're just fucking vibing to this dude fucking killing it, dancing his little Irish jig, then it's chill. But my little noggin can't work like that, and so
Yeah.
then it gets stuck on that, and I'm like, I really don't know what that means.
Mhm.
Which is kind of a nice feeling to have in a blockbuster, and it's the only time that that's happened for me. Like the last time that's happened to me is Nope,
Yeah.
where I got stuck on shit, like legitimately, like if I was watching an art house movie,
Mm.
and that's kind of cool. And this movie is just exactly what I want from movies, and I wish there were more of. And it's so cool that it's being it's being responded to as it is.
There are two different types of responses to movies that are positive. We're going to talk about Minecraft.
Chicken Jockey. Fucking A, brother. So, Chicken Jockey, a Minecraft movie. Would you like to set it up? I set up Sinners.
Yeah, came out earlier. Did it come out in March?
Yeah.
Late March. So we're a little late to the game on this one, but
no,
it's,
it came out early April. April 4th.
yes, that's right. Yes. So
It was
this
my
came out
birthday movie.
earlier this month. Bit of a phenomenon, but we're a little late to the game. We're gonna talk about it now because it's still booming.
How was your theater experience?
Fine. Let me give you some setup here.
Yeah.
I was in Las Vegas with our good friend Adam Enslow
Yo.
of Weber Film Society fame, and we were on a school trip, and we stayed an extra day no one else wanted to stay with us. And we said, we're going to see the Minecraft movie today.
Oh,
And
man.
we went, and we went to this mall that had a movie theater in it, and the mall was like dead. There was like nobody there, and everything was like kind of closed. And theater was pretty nice though, all things considered, and there weren't too many people there.
Oh,
But
bummer. So you didn't have the full
No,
Minecraft experience.
I didn't have the chicken jockey experience.
So nothing happened when Chicken Jockey came.
No, I mean I kind of looked at Adam, but that was about it.
That's so sad.
We didn't really like the movie very much, I'll tell you that.
Oh my god.
But I was kind of like one of the weirdest weekends of my life. So I don't know if that was kind of affecting how I felt. I was like, I hate to say it, but I was like kind of crashing out that weekend, you know,
I'm sorry, brother.
over things happening that were out of my control at home.
Oh, I know that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I was with that stuff.
Yeah.
So my theater experience
Mhm.
was very different. When the Chicken Jockey came, there had been people behind me saying Chicken Jockey throughout the movie, being funny, as you were.
It's a really good one.
It's really good. It's really fucking
Chicken Jockey.
It's fucking funny every
Yeah.
time. And when the actual Chicken Jockey did happen, there was a lot of yelling, some standing up, some throwing of popcorn, just a little bit. And then it got really bad. And then a theater employee came in and stopped the movie. And then 4 children came up to her and grabbed her by each of her limbs and kind of pulled it. And then I heard a little Bluetooth connecting thing, like a ba-ding.
Yeah.
And then they started playing Reborn from Hereditary.
Right.
And then they kind of another employee came in and they flayed him alive.
Right.
They ripped his skin off.
The
and
tar is that tar and feather shit I was talking about earlier.
Yes, exactly. And they chanted Herobrine over and over again, as popcorn and slushies went flying through the air. And they let me remember what else happened in this event, you know?
Yeah.
They started to burn the place down, and when they burned the flesh of some of the employees, they started singing Steve's Lava Chicken, and taking little pieces off and eating them as if it was his tasty little snack. And then once that stopped, they quieted everyone down. The movie kept going, and it was a little bit more chill after that. A couple of yells or whatever, but overall, like throughout the movie, there were, after every line, there was a big response. After every pivotal line. And that is something that's wonderful about this film, is that you had, that's great for theater employees. They couldn't only look at the Chicken Jockey stuff, because they have each meme line is like at a specific interval in the film.
There's one every 5 to 10 minutes at least.
Yeah, exactly. And the movie is built because, which made me feel like I was taking crazy pills, is Mr. Jack Black is saying every single line like it is a TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones that stuck were just the ones that were marketed. And so I've said this before, I'm sure, but like every single person in that theater was either on its level or pretending like they're above that level.
Yeah.
And everyone was playing into the same marketing scheme. The people yelling Chicken Jockey, you were not above this. And but it was interesting because at first I feel like the people did feel like they were above it. And then as it got more popularized and you saw some of the things that happened, like in my theater or in the theater where they brought real chicken or whatever,
Yeah.
it became more of an event. And I saw like Regal like holding Chicken Jockey screenings and stuff like that.
What does that mean? Is it just that part of the movie?
No, that was so funny.
Oh, wait, no. Okay, so it's a screening where you're allowed to fuck around?
Yeah, you're encouraged.
Okay, so it's like Wicked Sing-Along?
Yes, exactly. Or one of those days laugh-alongs for screenings. You see that?
No, I didn't see
They
that.
had that, which is so fucking funny because that's just a comedy, you know? Like, this one you can laugh.
I hate society. We're so, it's over.
Exactly. And it's such a strange conundrum because they're having such success, largely because of this memification and this kind of, they're able to do this viral marketing that everyone's trying so hard to get their grubby hands on after Barbie and the Eras tour and all that stuff. But at what cost? At what cost?
Exactly.
This is, they're poor theater employees, like I've said, being flayed alive and set on fire, set aflame the Steve's
Flint and
lava
steel.
chicken. Flint and steel. Yes, I forgot about that. Yes, as they lit them aflame, they did yell Flint and steel.
Yeah.
It was really fucking disturbing.
I've been asking a lot of our peers, over the past like couple months, is the Minecraft movie a $1 billion movie? And I think people think I'm joking
Mm-hmm.
when I ask that question, and maybe I am a little bit, you know. It's close to 750 right now.
You think it's gonna get there?
Do you think it's gonna get there? That's what I'm asking you.
I assumed that it was gonna get there.
Because
like,
in
by
my
now.
heart, I've always kind of been like, it might be a $1 billion movie, and I think everyone's been like, oh, there's no way.
It opened higher than Barbie.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know. I do feel like it's dissipated a little bit.
It has a little bit.
It doesn't have the staying power that something like Barbie has. It was an event for a long time, but like the thing with Barbie is that people saw it many, many times again because it made them feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie doesn't have that. And it also doesn't have the Oppenheimer thing of like you got to see it in the right format. You got to see it. It doesn't fucking matter because this movie doesn't fucking matter.
Mm-hmm.
It's wherever you can get it, and the fact that it has been so memed, but not in like a consistent way, like not in a way where it is a one-time thing. It's a party,
Yeah.
and then it's done. So it's more similar to like the Five Nights at Freddy's thing, where all the obnoxious kids can go and do that thing, but it has a wider reach because the subject matter has a wider reach, you know? So I can see both sides. I can see it legging out to $1 billion, but
Like this will probably
I
be
don't
in
know.
theaters for. I mean, it's a big movie. It'll be in theaters for another 2 months, probably, month to 2 months.
yeah,
So
it could be.
it could.
It's really hard to tell. It's a good question. What do you think? Where are you standing on it?
I think it will. It was at the 500 range for a while, and then when I looked earlier today, I was like, it's close to 750. Like it's still making money.
Yeah, you're right. I think I'm going on the side of it is a $1 billion movie
Yeah.
because it opened bigger than Barbie. It opened bigger than a lot of than Mario.
Mhm.
It's gonna.
I don't
it'll
think it's
get
gonna.
there.
I think it's like stopping at $1 billion though. Like roughly. Like it's
Yeah.
not. It's not passing 1.3.
No, I agree with you.
I don't think this has a ton of rewatchability because like reviews for this aren't great. Like there's a lot of like 5-star reviews but it's like Irony
That's
Bros.
funny. Yeah.
A lot of Irony Bros out here giving it a 5-star review, and then everyone else kind of hates it.
Yeah, and I feel like the people that genuinely enjoyed it or whatever are like, it's fun,
Mm-hmm.
but I know it's not great.
You're good.
But I think that this movie is kind of fascinating because it is from Jared Hess, the director of Nacho Libre and Napoleon Dynamite, and he puts a lot of that in this movie, specifically in the first little
Hold
bit.
on.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of callbacks to Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes, there is.
This movie isn't written by him. There's 5 screenwriters on this movie, and he's not one of them.
Oh.
So, do you think he went out of his way to put tater tots in this movie, or do you think the screenwriters were like, this would be kind of funny
one's
if we
for
did
you.
this? Yeah.
I wonder if he had a representative of his
Mm-hmm.
as one of those 5 screenwriters.
It's possible.
Like one of his favorites, his favorite boys. Maybe they worked on Masterminds with him or whatever, his last like studio movie. That's interesting because I think stuff like that, little decisions like that, could maybe be up to the director.
Yeah.
And it feels like something where they did a lot of improv. So I think it's probably a Hess thing, by hook or by crook. If it was just from his like his representative or by him himself, I do think that there is a lot of Jared Hess in this movie.
Such an odd thing to do, though. I think
To put
like,
your
just to put like your
tots.
Napoleon Dynamite references in this.
Your Idaho,
Yeah. Like if the 10-year-olds seen Napoleon Dynamite, maybe they have. I don't know.
maybe. Utah kids probably.
Utah kids, Idaho kids probably have, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I was like, I don't know if my cousin has seen that movie.
right.
You know?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Huh. But this movie, it starts out having a little personality, I think. And I'm not a big Jess head,
Mm-hmm.
Jared Hess head. I don't fuck with the Dynamite. I don't fuck with the Libre.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a long time, but that was one of my personality traits as a kid. It was like I didn't like those movies.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you stand on those films?
I've only seen Napoleon Dynamite. If you want to see something existential, you can check out my review for it on Letterboxd.
Oh,
I have
yeah?
a 500-word review about my weird relationship with Napoleon Dynamite
That's sick.
and my next door neighbors, and I went to like a 20th anniversary Sundance screening of it last year, and just had like, I don't know, it's complicated. That's what I'll say.
I'm excited to read it.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Yeah, Yeah. So how did you feel about this first little bit?
I didn't like any of this movie. Not
This
really,
movie?
no. I thought it felt bad. I thought it looked bad, and I
Looked
think
really
kids
bad.
deserve better, you
I
know?
do.
Especially when we had things like Wild Robot last year, and I'm not saying everything has to be like art house kids movies, you know,
Mhm.
but I don't know. It was just this is something that would just be on Disney Channel, I think, when we were younger.
Interesting. Yeah, I can see that. Because this movie seems to be meeting kids where they're at when it comes to comedy. It's the
Yeah.
first big movie like this that I've seen attempt to do that.
I'll clarify that this isn't for me. I haven't really played
No,
Minecraft in
I agree
years,
with you.
you know.
But I also don't think it's really for the people that play Minecraft a lot, too.
Exactly, yeah.
Because it is not a film that attempts to capture like the magic of Minecraft and the feeling of Minecraft. It's more about internet culture surrounding Minecraft,
It is, yeah.
which I think is kind of a mistake and something that I felt with Five Nights at Freddy's as well, where it is so much about the fans' relationship to it, where it'll get a huge reaction initially, but it won't have a staying power because I think it doesn't represent like I think Five Nights at Freddy's is not a film that works as a horror movie,
Mm-hmm.
and that is to its discredit. I feel like if it was a looser adaptation and if it was like more like, isn't it fucking scary if you were trapped in a Chuck E. Cheese with these killer animatronics? I think it would have a larger shelf life, and it would be attracting more of an audience. It would be expanding the brand and also just that movie as a whole. So I don't know how Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is going to be just
Yeah.
because of that. Something that Sonic does, I think, is like it functions as a film, like as a family film, and above it being a huge love letter to the franchise, the brand, the memes and shit like that. And I haven't seen the third one. I don't know how that goes, but
Everyone loves the third one,
everyone
man.
fucking loves the third one, and
Yeah.
I wonder if that's because they're building off of this formula instead of being solely for the fans.
Yeah.
And I think that did set a dangerous precedent, them changing Sonic
Mm-hmm.
to look like how they wanted it. And now fans are like, they're for us. And
Yeah.
this movie is one where it is bending over to the fans.
Exactly.
It's saying, the director himself was like, if I mess this up, I'd have a whole army of kids at my doorsteps, like
Right.
cutting my family in half.
Flint and Steel.
Flint and steel, like
Yeah.
they did to the beautiful workers at my
The poor AMC workers,
Uh-huh.
you know?
Yeah. And I kind of felt like that was a negative thing because this movie should be maybe a survival movie.
Yeah. I don't know why you would want to make this when you could make something cool, you know?
Yeah, you're right. There's such an opportunity to make something cool.
There
here.
is something. Yeah, you could really I don't know. We won't be talking about this movie in any real way
No.
in a year.
And I talked to you a little bit about this, but Hundreds of Beavers, baby.
Yeah.
Last year's Hundreds of Beavers is a film that uses the gameplay loop to tell a story. And I feel like there have been other video game movies that have also replicated this in a way that's better than this.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you could do that. Have someone starting out at the bottom. You can even have an ensemble if you'd like, and have it be silly. But I think it's a big mistake for them to make that first house that quickly and to have all the gear there for them. I think it'd be so much more representative of the game and more involving if they were crafting every single one of those things and slowly working up to the point where they could beat a big bad.
I think it just needs to be more like the Lego movie, which
Explain yourself, because it feels like this is more along those lines.
the Lego movie's just like way more imaginative and smarter about what it's doing,
Yeah.
you know? And
Mhm.
it's taking itself serious enough.
And
know?
it has a love for the property
Exactly.
in a way that
Yeah.
I feel like Jared Hess has a love for the property in the ways of like I saw my kids do it and it seems cool.
Yeah.
It seems like these kids are connecting over it, which seems neat to me.
Mm.
And I get the aesthetics of it, but I don't really. It's not someone that seems to understand what it is.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. There were bits in here that seemed funny to me. I did laugh at a couple of the bits, but then sometimes it would make me want to die.
Did you laugh at the 69-bit?
Well, that was so. There are two different scenarios in here. I'm either legitimately laughing at a joke and looking at one of my friends and be like, whoa, did that shit work? Or I'm looking at my friend Jackson and saying, did that actually happen? Are we in a real world right now where this has happened and has transpired and is considered okay? You know?
Yeah.
There's a character in this called General Chungus.
Fuck, I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right.
You forgot about General Chungus?
Yeah.
There's sometimes where it's at a level of irony that made me really uncomfortable, where it is aware of the Morbius memes and shit like that, of the, like, it's Minecraft time or whatever. Let's mine, let's craft, let's Minecraft, is a line that's said in the movie. And so it is aware of this kind of memeing of Suicide Squad and Morbius and shit like that, to be like, we're in on the joke, but that's also a really old joke. And the people that still tell Morbius jokes are fucking disgusting to me and are not the epitome of comedy. And so it needed to be a little bit more ironic or a little less ironic for me not to want to kill myself.
What you guys need to understand is that Aiden has OG humor. He's got that OG humor.
Would you like to describe that or just leave that up to
We'll let you figure
canon?
it out.
Okay.
We don't know.
Yeah, I have OG humor. So yeah,
Yeah.
if this does not have the OG comedy, I know. And this does not have the OG comedy. It has maybe a sprinkling of some OG comedy, but not my twisted brand of OG comedy.
Yeah.
But when's the last time we've had a comedy that is played like this? That is first and foremost a comedy that people are going to the theater to laugh and to have a big fucking huge reaction with like this.
Yeah.
When's the last time? Like I really can't think of it. And it is something that is an action comedy. It's a IP comedy or whatever. But this is the priority, and they're treating it like Endgame, and it's half ironic, half real. And do you think that they're losing some business because of this whenever it comes to like kids? Do you think some parents are like, I want to wait so my kid doesn't get like put on a stake like in Cannibal Holocaust?
Yeah. I actually think that's part of the reason, like, this doesn't have a ton of going back to the theater to see it again. Because, like, if I was a parent and I saw what was happening in theaters,
No way.
I'd be like, well, we're going to wait.
Yeah. Even one of these is from
Somebody
Provo.
brought, like, a fire extinguisher with them, and it blew
Oh,
up.
right.
Yeah. Fireworks and shit like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I don't want my kid going there.
exactly.
Yeah.
And those are only a few theaters, but like you never know what theaters they're going to be in.
Exactly.
Fucking hooligans.
Yeah. You could go somewhere that's safe like mine, or you could go to Aiden's where somebody got crucified. You know?
I forgot about the part where they got crucified.
They
Yeah.
got crucified because, you know, for
chicken
the
jockey.
love of Notch.
They projected a big picture of Notch onto the screen that was paused on the chicken jockey moment as they crucified him and said flint and steel and burned him alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't want that.
You don't want that.
That's a lot to explain about Christ and, and lynching and a whole bunch of history, you know, that's being displayed in front of them.
That's why you go see Sinners.
That's why you go see Sinners. Yeah. Oh, do you think there are some families that are like, instead of seeing Minecraft, maybe let's go to a safer option, which is Sinners.
No, they're gonna go see
Oh,
Warfare.
I did want to. Oh, fuck! We gotta talk about Warfare.
Well-
Have you seen Warfare?
Yeah, I saw it yesterday.
I did too.
Yeah. You know who also saw it yesterday was Adam.
Really?
Yeah.
It was just Warfare Day.
Isn't that kind of weird?
It was just Warfare Day for the boys.
Yeah.
Okay. First, all right. One last thing about Sinners, and then we'll go to Warfare. And last thing I want to talk about Sinners is it's sexy.
Yeah.
Hey now, Warner Brothers has 2 sexy blockbusters in a row. 3. Can you name them?
Well, we have. Wait. Like, it's making money sexy, or like kick-ass movies?
Erotic.
Oh.
Like, actually explicitly erotic.
I mean, Mickey 17.
Yes.
Okay. Sinners.
And Minecraft. I would put Minecraft in there because the sexual tension between the 2 leads.
It's true.
I would say that, which is something interesting that they were doing in there. They were kind of making it like actual text in the movie a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit of like, isn't that kind of silly that these dudes kind of want to kiss?
Mm-hmm.
Which is a little bit regressive, maybe, or maybe it is so progressive. Maybe we don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you think it's gonna be a film that people will stay? Like, what was the film that made you feel that way the first time? And you're like, when I saw them straddling each other.
A Minecraft movie secretly queer coded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's already some think
you
pieces
think
like that.
you think our good friend Ben Kruger Robbins will show this in Queer and Camp in 20 years? Like,
I think it's not an impossibility because it is queer and it is camp. And to what extent is it genuine camp and genuinely queer? It is up to debate, I would say.
please don't kill me, Ben. We love you.
We love you, Ben. Specifically me, because I completely fucking bombed its class. Self-destruction.
You killed them all?
Yeah, I killed them all.
Wow.
I've murdered them all. But it is nice to see two films that are genuinely sexy and genuinely sex positive, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of them because we've talked about Mickey 17 being one of the rare positive threesome experiences movie, as well as just being a really great film about relationships. And
Yeah.
this one is just about that horn dog energy. Come on now. A man describes eating pussy in this film and then proceeds to do so, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yes. Yippee! Yippee! Hooray! Thank you. Thank you, Kugler.
You think Superman's like, what do you think he's gonna do?
Oh, I mean, if that scene where they fly in the air and they're kissing ends with him holding her up above him as he does the dirty deed, that's a 5-star movie for me. And
You know-
Warner Brothers is in the annals of film history. You know.
I mean, in I think it's Batman versus Superman. He like gets in the bathtub.
Gets in the
with
tub,
Lois. Yeah.
fully clothed.
Yeah.
Do you think Zack Snyder's ever had sex in his life? He was like, "This is my sexy scene," and it's him getting like fully clothed into a bathtub in the middle of the room.
I could see him doing that. There's like water everywhere. It's like coming out of the.
Because I don't think
Out
they
of
were
the
in the
pool.
bath. I don't think they were in a bathroom. If I remember correctly, they were just in a room in their apartment, like the main room.
Yeah.
And she was just in the fucking middle with an old-fashioned fucking. Did she fill that shit up with a fucking bucket? I mean, I haven't seen it in a while, but that's my memory of it. Is just like just in the middle of the room, and
Yeah.
he just gets in and splashies everywhere.
Yeah. And then Superman is like pretty stiff.
Yeah.
The rest of the movie, he's like, yeah.
He's not. He doesn't look like he's a man that has enjoyed the touch of a woman.
Yeah.
No one in those movies have that feeling though. They're like
Yeah.
no one in any Zack Snyder movie feels
I
like
mean-
they've had a touch with a woman.
Aquaman might.
My man. Dressed like a bat. I dig it. Lady feeling my penis. I dig it. That's awesome. Yeah, you're right. I think he might have. That character in Justice League may have felt the touch of a woman, but it's on the line.
My man.
My man. What a great film. What a great
Wow.
franchise. Yeah, so I just wanted to shout that out. That's sick. Good.
That is sick.
Just like some sex positivity in my Sinners movie. That's
Mhm.
awesome. I feel like any movie that's about one crazy night and the intoxication of music and drink and all that stuff, it probably needs to have a little hornball energy, and it does, and that's great. And also, if it is a vampire movie, you gotta have some hornball energy in it too.
Really is.
So hooray!
Hooray.
Yippee!
We did it.
Yippee!
We did it, guys.
Okay, all right. Now we'll talk about warfare.
Yeah.
What do you think about warfare, babe?
I think we have the same opinion on it where it's like, okay.
It's like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'll do this one because you took last one. So this is co-directed. It's directed by two folks. One of them is Alex Garland, the man who wrote 28 Days Later and wrote the book and the movie The Beach and Sunshine, and was a great collaborator with Danny Boyle for a long time, and now has begun making his own films with Ex Machina and Annihilation and Men, and most recently Civil War last year. And this is his flip side to Civil War, his film Warfare, which he is directing with the stunt coordinator on Civil War, Alex Mendoza, I believe. I could be getting that wrong. That's just off of memory. But
I'll double check.
and he is on maybe the first person ever to be credited in a trailer or on the poster as Iraq War veteran, instead of like director of or whatever. And this is from the memories.
Ray Mendoza.
Ray Mendoza. Copy. This is marketed as from the memories of these veterans, and in the film, it starts with that and ends with that, of being like, this is shit that really happened from the memory completely, and it's in the similar vein of Civil War, which was very controversial. Of
Yeah.
It's just apolitical. It's an apolitical film.
Yes, it is.
It is like, this is what happened or whatever, which I think is kind of hard to argue when you are choosing a side. Actually,
Yeah.
you're actually choosing a side. In Civil War, you go on both sides, and they are conscientious observers of both sides, and it doesn't really matter what side. And that felt like a choice. That felt like that is the political statement in the movie. So it doesn't
Mhm.
fucking matter. war is war, and whatever side you're on, this doesn't matter to the journalists in that movie.
Yeah.
And in this movie, they are picking a side. We don't see much at all of the other side, except for they have two moments of addressing the other side. One of them is this family that they choose to come across. I guess before we go into all that, let's just set it up a little bit. This is just it's another like kind of one crazy night.
It is. Yeah. It's pretty much all one location. It's a apartment complex.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 2-story apartment complex.
They come up to it and they're like, "Let's take this one. I like this one."
Yeah.
And they set up. The Americans set up in there, and they're doing reconnaissance.
Mm-hmm.
And shit goes south, doesn't it?
It does. Yes. And they're trapped in this building, and they have to get out. And they almost get out, and then it goes wrong, and they're stuck in there for a little while longer, and then they get out, and the movie ends.
Yep.
All right. Well, good episode. I'll see you next week.
I kind of expected it to be more than that.
Yeah, I did too.
More of a pivotal thing, which I guess is probably when it's like this is just a thing that didn't matter, right?
Yeah.
And the trauma that these people have gone through in this day because of something that doesn't fucking matter is interesting and is what they're choosing to focus it around. But I don't know. I wanted a little bit more, I guess.
Yeah, me too.
A little bit more characterization that would be cool. But the point of it is, it's kind of impossible to argue with this movie because
It is.
everything you say as like a negative is like, well, that's the point.
Mm-hmm.
So fuck you.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, it's doing a student screenwriter trick where it's like, well, I did that on purpose, you know?
Yeah,
that sort of
yeah, a
thing.
little bit. This
Um,
is meant to be just an experiment or whatever.
Yeah, it could arguably be more of a divisive film than Civil War, but no one's seeing this.
But also, it is being received like Sinners is. Like,
It is. It has really good reviews right now.
Yeah, great audience, great critics. A lot more so than Civil War, which was more controversial. But
Yeah.
that could be just because Civil War was on a larger scale. It was the largest opening weekend for an A24 film, that kind of stuff, you know? It was kind of being received as a normal movie. And this is a lower grossing film and, yeah, less seen. Maybe because what it is advertising kind of what it is, you know? And so if you're not wanting that, you're not going to go see it.
Exactly.
But it did have a lot of discourse when it came out about this kind of stuff, about how you're going to represent the Iraq War and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And if this is going to be a little jerk-off fest for people that want to watch a Call of Duty movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I brought my pals to this, they are distinguished gentlemen, you know? They can appreciate the intricacies of war. But there's a part of, but we watch the raid and we say, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah to the raid.
Mhm.
And there's a part of this that when we watched trailers was like, this is a tentative hell yeah raid movie.
Yeah.
Which it doesn't want to be.
Were there people in your theater?
There were an old couple, and there was a dude bro like me that was older than me,
Mm-hmm.
with kind of looked like a fedora man. And I think there's another like date, but they were all older than me.
A date. Don't take your girlfriend on a date to this movie.
Yeah,
Please don't.
I would agree.
It's not a fun time.
Yeah, I mean it's got a lot of internet boyfriends in it.
It does. Actually,
Whole
I want to talk about the cast.
Yeah, talk to the cast. I'm gonna.
We got a lot of already established young famous people and a lot of new famous people in this movie. And we got Will Poulter. We got Charles Melton. Have we seen him in anything since May, December?
I don't believe so, but he's been in my mind every day since May, December. I love him dearly. He's my best friend.
We got Joseph Quinn, Kit Connor.
Kit Connor is also in The Wild Robot as a little duckling. You
He
know
is.
that?
Yeah.
And I also want to say Will Poulter is eyebrows, in case you didn't know. my good friend Cooper was doing the Will Poulter face, and he was doing a really great job. And I looked down for a little bit because I'm fucking with my trail mix, and then I looked up, and my boy was doing a Will Poulter. He took over Will Poulter's body for his little bit. It was awesome.
I can do that.
Okay, all right.
Practicing.
I'm going back to my fucking trail mix.
And we got some other new actors here, but I kind of wonder if this will be a movie that we talk about in the same way we talk about like Coppola's Outsiders, where it's like, look at all these young talent, look at this ensemble, and they went on to either have really renowned careers or fizzle out. I don't know. It's just kind of one of those movies where it's like we got a lot of people here.
Yeah, I did it. But they're not doing a whole lot.
They aren't.
There's a lot of screaming in it.
There is, from Joseph Quinn specifically.
He gets something nasty happen to his leg, doesn't he?
He does.
Someone gets blown to smithereens, would you say?
You could say that about him.
But there's not a lot of deaths. I expected most people to die in this film.
There's like, what, 1 or 2 deaths, I think?
Yeah, something like that. It's a very small scale film.
I don't really have a lot to say about the movie. It kind of did nothing for me. I probably won't ever think about it again in
I
the way that
agree.
I think about Ex Machina and Civil War. The sound design's really great, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any score in this movie. It's all like diegetic noises.
Roger, niner, 69er.
Yeah.
All that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the most interesting part of the movie is the procedure of it, and like this is how you go about getting air support, and then they'll say like, Roger, fuck you, we don't want air support, and you have to be like, niner, I fucking want air support. Homeboy has his legs blown off. I want some air support, dude. And
Yeah.
they're like, copy, fuck you.
Maybe.
You know?
Yeah.
And then they're like, and then they give them a big old tank, and then someone shoots the big old tank, and they're like, blast, you know? And they get in the big old tank, don't they? And so a lot of it is the experiential stuff, and I wasn't experiencing that too much because I have a problem right now with experiencing, like, getting into the emotional mindset of the movie, as well as I was kind of a sleepy boy.
Yeah.
And I was seeing it before work, and I was kind of like,
There isn't really much of an emotional mindset to have in this movie, though.
yeah, I guess it's just kind of like this would suck.
Yeah.
I
That's the issue with the movie.
think I would agree with that, though. It would probably be a not positive experience if we were in the shoes of the characters of warfare. Would you agree?
Yes.
I would not like to be in the Iraq War. Would you agree?
I would not want to be in the Iraq War either. I was 4 when this movie happened.
It would have been sick if there's a little Cooper in the movie.
I don't that I
Someone
don't
get Cooper! Someone get Cooper!
Someone get Coop.
Ah!
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
You think so?
I want to talk about the 2 moments of the Iraq side of things.
Mhm.
One of them is when they say, we're going to take this house, fuck you.
Yeah.
And then you get those people in their little room. They put all the members of this house, this little apartment complex, in their rooms. And they have someone manning them all the time. And the most... It's kind of silly when you say it out loud. It doesn't feel as silly in the movie, but the biggest statement this movie has is those characters being, why? They go, why?
Mhm.
Why are you doing, why? You know? And you can look at it and be like, fuck, war, why? Why
Yeah.
can't we just play chess instead?
Yeah.
Of
Go
war.
play Minecraft together.
Why can't we go play Minecraft and have like a Minecraft modded world where we can fight each other instead of death?
Mhm.
And I say, I agree. Well said. Quite, you know? But it is a time where the movie has a stance, which is war bad, and why this is happening, and those characters would be saying that because, fuck these nerds, you know, they just came into our home, that's a bummer, and now we're being shot at from all sides, it's not good. And then the ending where they come out and they say, I think those jokers are gone now. And then you see all of the people that have been fighting kind of like walking into the middle of the road and being like, what now? I mean, I guess we did good. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did we do good? I don't know.
I don't think anyone won.
No one won. And that's the point of the movie. And also, fuck you.
He just did the same thing better in Civil War, though, kind of, you know?
Yeah, I agree. This is just like, it feels almost like...
It's a mood piece.
Yeah, it's a mood piece.
Yeah.
It feels like almost like Gus Van Sant making Psycho again. He's
Yeah.
just like, I kind of want to do this.
Mhm.
Feels like a fun exercise. Let me do it. And then he did it. And I'm like, all right. Good for you.
I also wonder, this is probably one of, I don't know what the budget for this is. This is A24, though.
Yeah. It looks nice.
Yeah.
It's real nice.
You want to talk about some things you've watched recently, then?
Oh, sure. We got a lot of those, huh? You go first, and then I'll eat my food. I got right now. I'm crashing out. I'm kind of losing blood sugar, and feeling lightheaded, sir. So you do your stuff. I'll listen and interject.
I'll talk about, I watched Children of Men this morning.
Good film.
Good film. Yeah.
Have you seen it before?
No. This was recommended to me by our friend Adam, I believe. I wish I had seen this. I wrote this pilot earlier this semester, and I wish I had seen this beforehand.
Oh.
There's a lot of,
Oh, interesting.
yeah.
I had to unmute to see. Interesting.
There's, I don't know. Yeah. I mentioned that this is a movie that doesn't pull its punches in my review for it, and I wish we had more things like that. There's a character death in the first 25 minutes of this movie that caught me like so off guard.
Yeah.
And I was in from that point forward, you know?
That car scene. Am
Yeah.
I right?
Yeah.
It's got some powerhouse wonders in this thing that don't feel like they're jerking itself off because of the wonders. You know,
Mhm.
so many wonders are like that, which we talked about with adolescence.
Yeah.
Which is just like, look, we can do this. And in this movie, it is so shocking when something turns from a normal two-shot in a car to the most traumatic thing you've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Because it looks like a two-shot. And when it turns into an action shot, it genuinely feels strange and complicated and out of nowhere. Because when we're watching movies, we know what an action shot looks like. We know when something's being prepped up to be an action shot. And I don't know, there's something about that makes this film so unpredictable and exciting and sad and
Yeah.
ouchy. Have you seen much more Cuarón's shit?
I've seen Roma. I've seen Gravity.
How about you
and-
roam around my body and
Oh, yeah?
suck on my balls?
And I've seen I've seen Prisoner of Azkaban.
That's a really heartbreaking film, Roma, about a community that the filmmaker grew up in and felt was underrepresented. So I'd like to apologize to the nation of Mexico and to the nation of America and to the nation of every nation in the world. I'd like to apologize and ask for forgiveness.
All right.
You don't like Harry Potter that much, do you?
That's my favorite. Well, I don't really like the franchise. No, it's not for me.
But that's your favorite because you're cool.
It is the best
Nerd
one.
guy?
It's the best. It's the best version of time travel in like any movie.
Oh, really? That's an
Yeah,
interesting take.
that's my take. I
That's
don't.
so cool.
Yeah, I don't really like YA, and I don't like fantasy. So
Mm.
those movies, I respect
And
them.
you like trans people.
Yes,
So then that's a perfect storm for you to not enjoy this franchise.
exactly. Yeah, they're well made,
Mm-hmm.
and like I get the value in them. It's just not something that I've ever cared about.
But yeah, Cuarón doesn't get a lot of respect from people outside the film community for
Mhm.
creating the modern film language for Harry Potter,
Yeah,
because not only does he perfect it and make it like something kind of artful and intentional in that movie, but he also it is completely separate from the tone of the first two, and is what David Yates runs with the 4 through 8, and then also the beloved Fantastic Beasts trilogy.
Yeah.
Did you see those trilogies?
I've seen the first one and the third one.
You learned the secrets of Dumbledore.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't watch the second one.
You didn't hear about the crimes of Grindelwald though.
No, I don't think I did.
He's got some crimes under his belt. Let me tell you.
Oh
And
wow.
those secrets of Dumbledore, man, those will fuck you up. When I found out that he's, let's see. All right, I'm gonna pull up my review of. Have you read my review of the secrets of Dumbledore?
I don't think I have.
Because I as it went through the film, I started to like kind of figure out what the secrets of Dumbledore were, so I could write them down after. So now I'm gonna read you. Okay, here's my review. Top 5 secrets Dumbledore doesn't want you to know, and then like a little shushing emoji. Number 1, gay. Number 2, he's pure of heart. 3, he maybe killed his sister. 4, the goat says he can be president. And the 5, he runs a school. And those were legitimately thinking of the secrets that they could be talking about.
Yeah,
What a wonderful franchise.
really is.
What a great way to end it, too.
Mm-hmm.
The movie ends with him, the goat, saying he can be president. And everyone's like, yay!
What else I want to talk about? I rewatched Robots.
Oh, I saw that.
I
I
rewatched-
wanted to give a 20-minute soliloquy about robots. I'm right fucking now.
Robots is a childhood classic, all right? And now I try not to be one of those people that has like rose-colored glasses on for things I saw when I was 7.
But that's allowed.
I guess. I find it annoying though.
Yeah? Well, be annoying right now.
I think this movie's really good though. Like, and I think it's like underappreciated. I think a lot of people don't get it.
Explain, sir.
I think it's about beauty standards, and I think it's about capitalism and socialism, and I think people don't appreciate it the way they should, because what else was doing that at that time?
Nothing else. Nothing
Exactly.
else, babe.
A Minecraft movie doesn't take those swings.
I really want you to get in deep about this.
There's a trans robot in this movie.
That's true.
Isn't that fucking crazy? It's 2005.
Explain that part, because I don't quite remember it.
There's a Robin Williams character he's like the red robot. He's like the second lead of the movie, and he switches body parts for feminine robot parts.
Do you think they're making fun of it, or do you think that's representation?
He never returns back to being male. He stays female at the end of the movie,
Holy moly.
and they never really poke fun at it.
Interesting, because I remember he does have the boobs, right?
No, he has a
No?
skirt and long hair.
Oh, interesting. I could have sworn he had like some fake
I
boobs.
don't think he does.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
And then he is referred to as there's a yellow robot, and they refer to him or her now, I guess, as her sister.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool. Because I remember the beginning of the movie where they're like, do we want to give him the cock or not?
Yeah, they do that, the baby making scene.
So this is a world
I think this
where
world
gender is malleable.
It is. I think this world is so imaginative and well thought out, and we don't give enough credit, you know?
Yeah?
There's
Like
a lot
what kind of stuff?
Well, just the design of everything, you know? Like, this movie looks good, and just it's very clever with how it approaches that sort of thing, you know?
What's the big one that everyone loves? The Big Daddy or whatever?
Oh, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, everyone loves that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, should I give it a rewatch then?
You should give it a rewatch.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Do you think it's the best of Blue Sky?
What else did they do?
They're Ice Age. They're Epic. They're the Peanuts movie.
Right.
They are Spies in Disguise, of course.
I like that Peanuts movie. I haven't seen it in a long time,
I do like that.
but I
Peanuts
enjoyed
movie.
that. I definitely like it more than Ice Age. I didn't really grow up with that one.
Nice.
But I rewatched Madagascar same year
Oh, yeah?
recently, and this looks way better than Madagascar.
Oh, you think so?
I do.
Yeah. Interesting. Metal is easier to animate for CGI. It has been forever, so maybe they're
But there's
just smarter
so
about
much
their
here.
limitations.
There's so much going on in the background of these movies. There's so much with the design.
Huh.
And it all looks pretty good for its era
Well, that's cool.
and what it is.
Okay, I'll say one that I've watched. I watched Snow White. I
Oh,
guess
yeah?
that's a new movie we gotta talk about, kind of.
I haven't seen it.
This is a movie that bombed. It did.
And now they're reconsidering live action remakes. Is that
Mhm.
correct?
Yes. And this is an interesting
Thank
movie.
God.
Thank God. I agree. This is a movie that is at the cornerstone of the great unwokening of things, because this was one that was, when the trailer came out, was lambasted by both sides. One side for being woke on account of Snow White is a woman of color now, and they had these pictures that came out of the multicultural dwarfs or whatever. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And it was reshot heavily. And originally, this had Greta Gerwig on as a writer.
Really?
Yeah, she is no longer credited, and so I imagine that they took out any sort of personality this film had through reshoots and shit like that. But yeah, this film is not great, and it is a little bit less woke, but also has those. I was surprised to find those multicultural dwarves in the film. They are like bandits or whatever, like a merry thing of bandits. So I don't know if they were ever supposed to be the dwarves. Maybe people just like assumed, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that could be possible that the internet has rushed to a conclusion before giving the proper evidence?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think that would be okay? So this movie has gotten a lot of press for its stars, which are on the both sides of the Israel and Palestine conflict, and one of them is normal, and one of them is Gal Gadot, and they have not been allowed to. They were not at the premiere, I believe, and they have not been part of very much of the promotion of this film.
Yeah.
Which is insane, because those are your leads of your Disney princess movie. You probably would like to have them in there shooting the shit on the BuzzFeed interview section, you know? And so this movie just kind of landed with a thud. And it's a mixture of the source material is not super interesting, which Rachel Zegler had said in her press tour for the Hunger Games Songbirds of Snakes and fucking whatever.
Yeah.
And she said, well, we need a big update for the Snow White because that shit wasn't feminist. And people got so angry at her, and they're like, why are you doing this if you don't like Snow White? Which I think is so fucking stupid. It's a fucking big-ass job. Would you like to be a Disney princess? Well, no, I actually have complicated feelings about his relationship with feminism and femininity, you know? No, fuck off. You could, if you could change it. It's so stupid to me.
Yeah.
And so she is someone that has been dogged on by both sides, which is very strange to me. And now is on the other side of it. I don't really know what her career looks like. But she's good in this movie, and she single-handedly makes it watchable for a good chunk of time. Not every time. There are a lot of times where she's not on screen, and I want to die. Um, but when she is, she's got a crazy voice, and this movie actually is one of the more interesting adaptations, like a remakes or whatever, because has a shit ton of new songs. Usually they only add like one.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Beast has a song where he says that I am the Beast, and he says that he's like so sad about being the Beast and stuff like that. Like in Blank Check, in and then in the Aladdin one, they have a great song where time stops and Jasmine sings that she's no longer speechless, which was awesome. And now we're getting a bevy of new songs and replacements for old songs as well. And it is crafting this kind of love story around no longer a Prince Charming, but a rogue. And it was nice to see them want to kiss, it was nice to see them kiss. It was cool to see them kiss. But halfway through the movie, I was like, oh shit, yeah, Snow White doesn't have any juice. Like, what are they gonna do? And they kind of just are juiceless for most of the movie. They add some stuff about her being this grand political figure fighting the powers that be, which is kind of funny from Disney at this point. I don't know. What do you think about that? Do you think the studios have the right to tell a story about fighting the powers that be if you are a
No, they don't.
massive
No.
conglomerate?
No.
It felt strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall really boring. Not fun. I slept through like 10 minutes of it. I didn't enjoy it. The doors look bad.
Yeah.
Cool. There's a great moment where Dopey, you know Dopey?
Yeah.
You up on Dopey?
Mm-hmm. He's the narrator, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There's a moment in the middle where he looks super like grim and solemn, and he's like, I don't remember what he says, but he's something like, we'll stand with you, Snow White. And everyone's like, the fuck? Dopey, you talk? And he just sounds like a dork. It's awesome. It was really awesome.
What's the kid? The kid that plays him is from No Hard Feelings, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that kid was great.
Yeah,
Man. Do you ever think about that movie?
I do. I like that movie.
I like that movie too.
Yeah.
That movie's got like two scenes that I think about a lot. Can you name those two scenes?
The beach scene?
The beach scene.
Is it the car scene?
No.
Okay, what's the other scene?
It's the scene where he
Plays
sings.
the piano?
Yes, where he plays the piano
Mhm.
and plays Man-Eater.
Yeah.
Those are two of the great scenes in comedies from the last little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we had like 5 of those a year.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, your turn.
I've said all mine.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay. Let me look. I saw Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, I've never seen this.
It kind of rocked.
Yeah.
I think it's a comedy of this era that like holds up entirely and is kind of my kind of OG comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really really silly, and it's based off of, this is gonna sound so fucking like woke liberal cuck type shit, but I found the stuff that I respond to the most are playing off of like toxic masculinity
Mm-hmm.
with Tim Robinson and with Adam Sandler and shit like that, and it's a lot of fun to see the genesis of Punch Drunk Love, you know?
Yeah.
Because Punch Drunk Love is just a man who loves Adam Sandler comedies being like, what if an Adam Sandler protagonist was in real life? And it's really fun to see that in a comedy, believe it or not. And it's just got so many fucking bits, and it's at a time where comedy was filmed using like techniques and shit like that, like using the camera to tell jokes, using the medium of film to advance comedy.
Whoa.
I know, and that's like something that never happens anymore. Just because it's been, you can shoot it like a Paul Feig movie or whatever, and that's fine because it's a comedy, it doesn't matter. But back in the day where this did matter and these were huge things, like it really fucking mattered, and it's awesome. I thought it was great. I saw The Host. Bong Joon-ho's The Host.
Oh, yeah?
That was cool. That rocked. I thought it was really interesting to see the stuff he keeps doing through like Okja, Snowpiercer, and Mickey, and all that kind of stuff, and Parasite. He has so many things that he keeps going back to.
Yeah.
And that movie is awesome.
It is.
I saw Saturday Night and it was okay. J.K. Simmons has a big penis. Yeah, that's all I need to say. And then I saw Playtime again.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that doesn't really like fuck for me like in the way I want it to. I get bored.
Yeah.
But it's really impressive and cool.
Yeah.
I saw Lost Highway in theaters,
Yeah.
and I discovered that movie makes a lot more sense to me now, just because it's about jealousy and horny, is what I said on my review.
Right.
And it feels like a dream from the perspective of a character that is jealous and horny and doesn't want his girl to go out because he's worried that like a really hot man will come in his a hot old man that's really rich is gonna come in his badass car and then like ask her to be in a porno or whatever.
Yeah.
It feels very, I don't know, if it rang true more, I would say. And I really enjoyed seeing it in a theater at the Broadway. Did you see that their new slate of things they're doing on May?
I haven't seen it yet. No, what are they doing?
They're doing right person, wrong time movies. So they're doing romance movies that are like La La Land.
No, yeah, I did hear about this. I haven't seen the lineup though. I know that I know that's the theme.
I'll pull up the lineup.
I'll quickly talk about one other thing I saw a couple weeks ago. I rewatched a documentary called De Palma, which is a Noah Baumbach film. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Noah Baumbach made this it's just it's just a documentary of Brian De Palma talking about his career. It's like one shot of him just talking about his career with like just footage of the movies intercut and like images and all that.
Man,
And it's very fascinating to hear this guy talk about his stuff.
that's
you know?
absolutely your
Like,
shit.
Yeah, it is. And it's just interesting to hear him be like, I didn't like Robert Towne's version of Mission Impossible that much. I wanted David Koepp's script instead.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
When was this?
This was like a decade ago that he made this documentary.
That's really cool.
De Palma hasn't made a movie since 2019 and no one has seen it. But yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting and I wish we had more documentaries of just like auteurs talking about their careers like in depth and like talking about the people they worked with and the relationships they had.
Usually that's relegated to like celebrity directors,
Yeah.
like Tarantino or Scorsese or whatever.
Mhm.
But you're right. I would love to see that for Jim Jarmusch or whatever, or anything.
Exactly.
Anyone.
Yeah. Where they'll just be like, well, I wanted to do a comedy now and nobody really liked it, but I did it. I like the movie. I think it's pretty good,
Yeah, I love that.
Or they'll be like, Sissy Spacek was a set designer on one of my movies, and then I thought she would be good for Carrie.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, or something like that.
She's incredible in that
Yeah.
movie.
I think she was like a set designer for Sisters or something, but
That's
I don't know.
badass.
yeah, and that's like interesting to hear him talk about the sort of like late 70s, early 80s, where it was like De Palma, Spielberg, Scorsese, Coppola, and I'm missing one. Oh, George Lucas. They were all just like boys, and they would just like hang out.
Yeah, because they all came from
Yeah.
that college.
Yeah, and so they would they would just like, it'd be like, yeah, Spielberg was on set for the shootout in Scarface and had some ideas and stuff like that. I don't know, it's just cool to
That's
hear
So hot.
them. I don't know, we'll never have that again. You know?
We'll never have that again.
Yeah.
That's the best stuff.
Mhm.
My little goblin brain gets so fired up whenever I hear that like one production was right next to another production.
Exactly. Yeah.
There was one like Lin-Manuel Miranda was on Blank Check,
Mm-hmm.
and he talked about his experience while he was on set with In the Heights.
Yeah.
And then he just walked a couple blocks, and they were shooting the Maria scene in West Side Story.
Right.
And Spielberg was just like, "Look at all this shit I have," and he showed him on his phone like all of these little things he like almost storyboards that he did with his phone, like did all the movements with his phone. He was so excited, and it's just like the best feeling ever. Or the thing with No Country for Old Men and There Will Be Blood.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff.
Yeah.
I love all that stuff so much. So that's that's very great to hear. I love that stuff. Fun.
All right. Well, that's our episode. Get out of the castle now.
All right, I'm gonna get out of the castle. Are you gonna solemnly leave the castle? But the castle's not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and I don't know what we're talking about. Studio. We're in the castle the whole time.
Yeah, we're just
not parked at. You might not be parked at Weber.
Yeah.
On this castle might not be parked at Weber.
Yeah. Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense.
Well,
Well, brother, I wish you good luck.
Yeah. Thank you.
We're about to have our last class period.
True. It's my last college class period.
Are you excited? We're gonna watch some personal projects.
Yeah.
And some rough cuts.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right. Goodbye, babes and honeys.
Bye bye.